Hello, welcome to tip 22 of 30 Days, 30 Tips Challenge. My name is Sabrina Doherty. Today we're talking about meetings, interrupting, resisting interrupting, and also what to say after an interruption. So let's get started. Super quick, super useful expressions. If you want to interrupt during a meeting in English, you could say, sorry to cut across you. For example, sorry to cut across you. I would just like to say something. You could also say, I have to stop you there. This you would use if you want to say that what the person is saying you don't really agree with, or you need to add something to what the person is saying. You can also say, let me jump in. Let me jump in is a phrasal verb. Jump in is a phrasal verb that means interrupt. So let me jump in. Excuse me for jumping in, but I just want to say. And you can also say, can I interrupt you? Can I just interrupt you there? So those expressions you can use for interrupting in the meeting. And then if you want to resist interruptions, perhaps you're saying something and you would like to finish it, you could say, let me finish, please. Just one sec, hang on a second, or wait a minute, please. So like everything, it depends on your tone of voice, how you're delivering it, if it sounds rude or if it sounds polite or if it's okay. So for example, notice the difference between wait a minute, please, and wait a minute, please. You know, the second one is more polite. So just be careful with your delivery as well. And maybe adding a smile softens the blow a little bit. So just let me finish, please. You could say, for example. So then if you want to allow an interruption, you don't mind if someone interrupts you, you could say, sure, no problem, go ahead. So sure, of course, no problem. And then go ahead is a good expression for allowing someone to interrupt. Or for example, as well, if you're in a meeting and two people begin to talk at the same time, and to be polite, you would say, go ahead. No, you go ahead. And for example, also, if you're walking through a door and one person is going along with you, you could offer to allow them to go first, and you could say, go ahead. So those are the uses of go ahead. And then later, when you want to resume what you have been saying, you want to finish what you have been saying, you could say, as I was saying, and or you could say, oh, where was I? Where were we? To come back to what you were saying. Or you could say, so to get back to what I was saying. So I hope those expressions are useful. They're exactly the things that I would say in meetings or being interrupted, or if I wanted to interrupt. And that's all for today. More tomorrow.